Happy Sunday, y'all.
Happy Sunday, folk.
Hey, welcome back. You're on the real. Curdy Bird.
My main man, Big Head Bruce, what's up?
Hey, we got a nice show for y'all today. Super Bowl 58, right around the corner.
Yeah.
Right around the corner. Super Bowl 58. We're going to talk everything and anything Super Bowl. Who knows what you might hear, guys? Who knows what you're going to hear? We're definitely going to talk Steelers football. And we got a little special something, especially for local people. But it's something that, man, we hope that everybody could hear at the end. We got a little special something, so stick around for that, too. We brought back...
You already know.
Birdie, give it to
They already know, man. Two of them the best dudes in the world. Fuck Manessa. Great men, you understand what I'm saying? Mikey, Blaine, Field, and Isaac Cunningham. They know they mama's one of my favorite people ever God created. Mickey, you did a great job. I always got to give you your flowers for that. But they here right now, and let's go. Conversation.
We've had them on, man. Yes, a couple times. Fellas, what's up? What's going on?
Not too much, man. Happy to be back again.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Hey, and when you know the big thing we talked about it last time Mikey was on, and then we had his brother on, Isaac. So I mean, you know, we're they wanted to come back. They both wanted to come back, and when I tell you that this man right here, you know, the guy with his arms that are blowing out the shirt side of the shirt, you can see that, right? Oh, and then Isaac, you should have seen him in the garage. He looked like one of them
Bar King ass dude.
Yeah, like he's doing this crazy. You say he's walking, like hanging and walking.
I think he relates to Spider-Man.
These two dudes they're different. They're built different. But this dude, football guru, man. This dude, football guru. Cams, he does everything. What's that?
Understatement.
Yeah,
right,
for real.
right.
I mean,
and this guy, he's okay
man.
too.
I'm an enthusiast. I love
too.
Yeah, no doubt.
But hey, man, start this show off, guys. Super Bowl 58's around the corner. I know we probably all aren't happy the teams that are in, but Kansas City Chiefs, San Francisco 49ers, man.
The Steelers
Tell
ain't
me
playing?
something. Think about it.
The Steelers ain't playing?
There's some of us that still think they going to the Super Bowl still.
Stop playing, man.
Right.
Listen.
I know you got jokes though. You've been doing this all day since you got here too. You gonna stop this shit?
You still listen until it happens. Like, you know, it's not. It's, until the game happens.
Yeah.
I tell you what, seeing these teams out there playing, you see how far off we are, though. You see, like, we got a long way to go.
Oh yeah.
As a Steelers franchise, you know what I'm saying? To get to, like, you see the level these teams are playing at, and you see the difference, man. Like,
Oh yeah, we definitely
top to bottom.
We're gonna talk about that
Yeah.
too. We definitely
Top
gonna
to-
talk
I mean,
about some Steelers shit.
So
we need to make some
level.
changes in Steeler country, man. They need some changes, seriously, some heavy changes.
So the Super Bowl, I think the biggest story of the Super Bowl is probably not even a game.
You already know what it is.
Oh, it's the
335 million
Yeah, the
made to
Swifties.
one
Yeah,
franchise.
the Swifties.
So we're turning into the Swifties.
Yeah,
The Kansas City
Who's mad about
Swifties.
this? Anybody raise your hand if you're mad about this.
I mean, I'm not mad, but I feel like it's not about football no more though.
I don't give a damn.
What you think was going to happen when you put a
a
that
celebrity
name
of that nature?
or that name in anything? When you put that name and tie it to anything, it's going to blow up because that name is
So popular.
She's really reaching Michael Jackson type status.
Yeah, exactly.
Where like she can't walk around in public
Right.
without making a giant crowd.
You just put a
So,
rock and
like-
roll star into your business,
Right.
so it's going to automatically create revenue.
And
You
all she did was show up.
Yeah, for real.
Listen, that's some serious juice, man. All you gotta do is show up, and you just generated what was it, 35?
You want to know who I feel sorry?
but her
35.
name took over the business.
Yes,
Like-
I feel sorry for the Mickey Ficky that sits on the sideline and gets no airtime. And then this chicken dude come up there, the camera blowing on her. You understand? Like
Every time he catches the ball,
straight to there,
Touchdown.
real shit. She up there hugging on Ninja Turtles, kissing motherfuckers. And
Listen. If you don't like it, stop them catching the ball. Then
They're
There
true,
There you
hey.
go. There
if
you
you
go.
don't like it,
Spoken like a true coach right there.
if you don't want to
like
catch the
it,
ball,
yeah.
you gotta stop him catching the ball. But
Hey,
listen,
look, in my opinion,
he's still a bad dude.
Hey,
man.
in my opinion,
he's just past Jerry Rice. So I mean,
Yes.
he's a bad.
Yeah.
that's a great
dude.
thing.
He's a
But in
bad
my
boy.
opinion, guys, I believe this will be the most watched Super Bowl in NFL history.
Hands
In
down.
my
I can see it.
Yes.
And it might not have anything to do with the game of football.
And it
No,
doesn't
it
have
doesn't.
a lot
Listen,
to do with it. That's just it, man. And
I
I'm
just
not
saw-
mad. I'm actually, like, I'm thinking, like, people are actually literally, we all, I think me and Curdy we probably spend the least amount of time on social media than anybody, especially people who do social
media. Right.
We're limited, but we see this stuff. People are they're mad about this, and now the conspiracy theorists are out. They've been talking about because they changed the colors for the Super Bowl. You probably heard about this, right?
Yeah.
Everybody said it was Baltimore,
San Francisco. Yeah.
But now Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are doing this for the Democratic Party to get Biden reelected. You guys hear about this stuff?
What?
So the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win. Oh, you didn't hear about this?
No, I hope that's not the truth. Whoever wants Sleepy Joe to be this damn president, don't do that because we're going to tell you that. Don't do that. You know that.
Listen, this is where it is. This is where we've been now. This is where we're at now. Now we're at the fact that people literally believe that the Chiefs are going to win this Super Bowl because Travis Kelce did a commercial for the shot for Pfizer. That's where we're at now. Like, this is literally
that's where this is coming from.
That's what I'm saying. And because Taylor Swift is a Democrat or a Biden, this is where we're at. And I didn't mean to talk about because we're not talking. But this is where I knew.
I didn't hear that.
I was wondering if you guys knew about this. I listen to a shit ton of sports radio, so I get boom. You know, I mean, I spend 10 hours a day in that car sometimes. Yeah.
It's crazy.
A lot of information.
We don't know what hands. We don't know what hands play parts and stuff.
The funny thing is, Taylor Swift probably never voted a day in her life.
Exactly. She don't care.
She probably never voted for no damn.
This is where we're at with the Super Bowl now. But for more real shit, what do you guys think?
Be president.
Taylor Swift and The Rock.
It's just people taking advantage of her power, though, not just politically. Even Vegas.
Right.
I saw in Vegas they have a thing you can bet on.
The prop bets?
How many times the camera will show her?
You can.
You can make a bet on that in Vegas right now.
That's crazy. I heard another thing there are over 30-some bets that you can place on Taylor Swift for the Super Bowl right now. 30-some bets. Are you telling me the NFL
that's power,
and the gambling world?
That's juice.
That is big time juice.
You want to know what
Don't be mad at them. They're taking.
You want to know what I've been saying lately? And I swear, and you talking about this make me feel like I'm super right. I'm not from here. You understand? Like, I really feel like this is not my planet anymore. What the hell is going on?
You can't relate to it. I feel
I'm like, so Super Bowl. I'm a man, right?
Right.
This is the most masculine time of the damn year for me. And the topic is Swifty Taylor. Like, real shit. Like, I can't believe this shit. Like,
that's crazy.
Patrick Mahomes, one of the dopest quarterbacks we ever saw.
Ever.
Swifty Taylor, we talking about, huh? This is crazy. Like, you're like, come on, man.
We're four brothers of
Swifty Taylor.
Yeah. And because that's the hot topic. Taylor Swift is making Super Bowl 58 a hot topic, fellas.
She swiftly came through and stole the Super Bowl. You understand?
I tell you what else though. Like one of the ones I heard, like as far as the conspiracy stuff goes, was that Goodell did not want Detroit and Baltimore. Because that would have been real bad.
Maurice, I'm going to show him the text you sent me.
You got the cash from Baltimore and cash from Detroit. Go to Las Vegas.
Real rap.
Real bad.
Could you imagine them Vegas streets?
Oh, my goodness,
bro. I don't even think they'd have been there anymore.
Ninjas in Paris. Ninjas in Vegas, man. They would have tore that thing down.
Goodell did not want them boys in Vegas.
Hey, Roger. You see what's about to happen, Roger? You better do something. You better throw a wrench down there.
To the game,
make that fool go for it on fourth down.
Yeah,
really. So let's get to the game, fellas.
Yeah, for sure.
Who's
listen,
a lot of stuff going on there.
To me, if you're going this angle, I want San Fran to win, and I feel like San Fran has the better team, but I can never go against number 15.
I'm in the same
I just can't. He's like a Tom Brady type of shit, dog.
And that goes back to the question that this was on this week on. I listen to the Fan every morning going to work.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Fan.
Shout out to the Fan.
The Fan 93.7 radio show here in Pittsburgh.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, and it's the conversation was how they're comparing Mahomes to be the GOAT.
You stealing my shit
already. Yeah.
In the comparison with him and Brady.
Yeah.
So, how do you? He is the greatest quarterback of all time right now in his time.
Who's that?
Mahomes.
You mean all time?
Right now in his era,
In
what
his-
he's doing now. Like if his trajectory now, he can probably
Trajectory, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
he can pass Brady. And let me get this out there real quick. I don't give two shits about. I wish this game would end up being a draw. The simple fact is, no matter which team wins, they're one step closer to the.
Real shit.
Is the standard.
Real shit, no doubt.
So I wish this shit was a fucking draw. Truth.
No, I hear you.
But the standard is the standard. But yeah, I feel like he's going to be the great. I don't know who's.
Listen, this dude is incredible. I think it's a joke to have him as underdog right now.
Pat Mahomes?
Yes, here's the thing about San Fran are a decent team, but they've been getting really, really lucky, and I think their luck's just going to run out. Like they shouldn't have won the past 3 or 4 games that they were in, and this goes back to I don't know if you saw what was going on with Cam Newton recently. He was talking about Brock Purdy, not being an elite quarterback, and everybody was jumping on him.
Yeah, they jumped on him.
He's really not an elite quarterback. I mean,
They're giving it more to the situation.
But like Bernie was saying, like their team is real good. They got a bunch of dope
players
players
around it.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
Right.
But you gotta have a dog at that quarterback position in order to be successful.
Yes, absolutely.
So when you got the absolute top dog, like right
in the league right now, yeah,
right,
the best quarterback in the league, hands
down. The only
down.
thing separating him and Brady is really going to be those rings.
Is it really like that? I'm glad you said that because, and yes, championships mean a lot. And Brady won 7 on his own. The man has more. Tom Brady, in my opinion, is the greatest quarterback to ever play. But I have a question for you. Since this brought up, I got a question for you. You have one game for your life. Your life is on the line. One game, not a drive. One game. Do you take Brady or do you take Mahomes?
I'm going Mahomes.
I'm going Mahomes.
Especially if I get to prepare for it, I'm going Mahomes. I mean, I'm not a big Brady fan to begin with.
It's not even about being a fan. I'm going Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I say that is because I saw him do it more.
I'm going Mahomes.
Reed,
and I'm glad you did go Brady because I was going to go Brady just in case, just to start some shit, but I'm going to be for real. I'm going Mahomes.
Not me.
Because Mahomes.
Mahomes has a higher winning percentage than Tom Brady overall. Reed and the Belichick, and this is one reason why I want Kansas City to win on one side is the fact that Reed and Mahomes the more that they win, it's going to surpass that bullshit Belichick and Brady era.
You see, I feel like that all 3 of y'all are speaking biasly. You understand? You're thinking about a chase for the Steelers or all that shit. I'm not thinking about that. Tom, this is one game, right? All right, well, one game. Okay, here go the thing. Patrick Mahomes, first round quarterback, expected. This is expected. Tom Brady, 6th round. That's unexpected.
Yeah,
you understand?
Okay, but it has nothing to do with it.
You're damn right.
Okay, but it doesn't have anything to do. We're
talking trajectories.
I'm not talking. I don't care.
Tom Brady. Are you kidding? Still, Tom is Brady. Tom is Brady.
Okay.
You got to understand. This cat, Patrick Mahomes. Tom Brady had his so-and-so. He mostly did most of his work with tight ends. You understand? Patrick Mahomes always...
That's a recipe for success.
Success, though. It is, absolutely. But look at the weaponry. Just the weaponry. Tom Brady ain't had no explosive-ass receivers. He ain't had no receiver. He just tossed the bitch to and he going to run 1,000,000 yards. Tom Brady went downtown home runs for game winners. You understand? I don't know. Man, I'm going Brady. TB12.
I'm going to speak on from a talent perspective.
I'll go now.
I know that Patrick Mahomes can do more. So I'm going to go with a guy that can do more. Brady's a pocket presence, and my honest, somewhat biased opinion is that he benefited a lot from some of the defenses he played against and had on his team. I mean, I think a lot of that success goes to Bill Belichick.
Belichick coaching.
Some of the stuff he was doing. I don't think Brady we're talking about like Patrick Mahomes does a better ball. He's more mobile. He could roll to his left, go throw to his right. He could do everything else.
Mobility.
He can throw it behind his back.
You know what I'm saying? Like Tom Brady. Tom Brady, like, you know, he's accurate within his little range or whatever. I mean, and that's cool.
He's pretty clutch too.
Oh yeah, and for sure. I mean, Pat Mahomes is clutch though. I mean, they're both very talented people. We're talking about one game right now. Definitely, absolutely going.
I think
I'm going with Mahomes.
I don't hear
the dual threat.
I don't hear anybody in college talking about they going Mahomes mode. I do hear them say they going in Brady mode.
For now,
well, that's because they're sucking his ball sack.
No, for
that's
now.
what they do.
I mean, for now.
and that's what they. But that's what they. That's a whole different conversation. Why would they?
If they're going to put some balls in their mouth, Tom Brady's balls is not some bad balls. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
I can't believe you just said that.
TB12 balls. If they're going to chew some balls, chew yeah, Paul.
Heavy on the pause. Heavy on the pause, bro.
Yeah, real shit.
I guess
Hey, definitely got to be a pause, man.
Real shit. Yeah, no lie. Like, for real. If they go.
Dump button.
Yeah, for real. This is for educational purposes only. But you know what I'm saying? And I don't gargle them. You understand? For the record, I'm just saying.
That just came out of left field.
That's a good one.
What happened.
But that dual threat, like, I don't know how, because if one way isn't working, the other, I mean, you can rely on, I mean, if you're not throwing a good ball today or for a couple of rounds or whatever,
see what happens. Yeah, you go home.
Shit, he can take off and get ahead and get you like 15, 20 yards down. I mean, I don't know how you can't go against the dual threat.
Here's the thing, that conversation.
I heard you on there.
That conversation for them two quarterbacks has been going on, and every year he just keeps on going.
He just keeps on rising.
I feel like
I'm telling you, bro. Listen,
when you come into the league and you've been to the AFC Championship
I
game,
feel like he's creeping, but I'm sorry. One game I'm taking.
You've been in the league. You've been a starter in the NFL for 6 years. You've been to 6 straight AFC Championship games. You are now going to your 4th Super Bowl in 5 years.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes
and
is
listen,
the standard of the NFL.
I'm going right now because you were talking about Brady didn't really have receivers, right? Didn't you tell me Brady really didn't have?
At times,
you're right because he had this guy. You're right, and I dig. So he did. Brady made,
especially early on.
Yeah,
I think Brady made these. He made your Julian Edelman, your Wes Welker.
Here you go.
Like that. But for the last 2 years. But they were great players. They're great players too. But
I credit Belichick for that stuff. That's just my personal opinion.
You think it's on play calling? Go ahead.
Here's my thing. The last 2 years, who has Patrick Mahomes had besides Travis Kelce?
That's true.
I mean,
who has he had? Martez Valdez-Scantling, MVS. This dude got more drops than anybody.
That's true.
We talk about Deontay Johnson because we're here in Pittsburgh. MVS got more drops than anybody in the league. Does anybody know about that?
Right.
Come on, dog. Oh, now he did make an amazing play. But look what Patrick. Here's my thing about why I want Patrick Mahomes for one game. Look what he did in that last game. MVS dropped more passes than anybody in the league this year. And lock down the last game they played. They just played the Ravens, right? To win that game, what did he do? Mahomes drops back. This is what Mahomes does. This is why I want Mahomes as my quarterback.
Go ahead.
He drops back and throws it to a guy who has more drops than anybody in the league, who has not been able to count on. What's that guy do? Makes some stupid catch that makes no damn sense to take them to the Super Bowl again. That's what Patrick Mahomes does. Patrick Mahomes can do everything that Brady can do and more. That's why I take him.
You want to know who Patrick Mahomes look like to me? And I really can't get this image out my face. Say he don't look like Roseanne Barr's daughter.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Say he don't.
And sound like Kermit the Frog.
Roseanne Barr.
Yeah, and they sound just alike.
Shout out to Roseanne Barr.
And real shit.
What was the shortest name?
Shout out to Roseanne.
What was her name?
What was the daughter's name on there, Roseanne? The one he said.
What is her name?
It wasn't Becky, was it?
No, I think Becky was the aunt. Darlene.
I would have had a picture.
And she was a tomboy.
Bring a picture.
What if that's Patrick Mahomes? No, it's like I'm acting like your boy off How High or some shit.
Hey. Crazy.
What?
Darlene.
Yeah, real shit. She do though. No, but I don't know. I hope the 49ers win that shit though.
So you hope who you picking though for real?
You know who I'm picking. You know who I'm picking on how I said it.
Hey,
Patrick
I like
Mahomes-
that. What do you? What
I
do y'all
don't see.
think
I don't
about
see
that,
them.
man?
I don't see Patrick Mahomes making it to this stage again and losing.
How can San Francisco win this game?
I
How
want
can
San
what can San
Francisco
Francisco do?
to win the game on one side.
They can't let Patrick Mahomes run
But
around.
what do they have to do?
He can't
So
buy.
what do they have to
He
do?
can't buy. They got to keep that man right there in that pocket.
What do they have to do on defense? What do they have to do?
And that ain't going. Yeah, you're right. That ain't
You
going to do.
can't
No, I don't
blitz
know.
him.
You're not.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's going to eat.
Andy
The
Reid, the thing is, they haven't even played their best football yet.
Right. Exactly.
Like, and being completely honest, like they should have lost last week. I mean,
Yeah.
Baltimore's a better team, and their coach is a freaking idiot.
And I think
like,
San Francisco's a better team on paper.
on
doesn't
paper,
mean-
they are.
yeah.
But Andy Reid is
At the
going to
beginning of the
chew
season.
them up, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Listen, like
That's what I want to hear.
they,
Why?
so
How?
San Fran has the best linebacker in the league right now, right?
Freddie Warner.
The best, in my
Probably the best
opinion,
two?
the best duo.
Yeah.
The best duo of inside
This
linebackers
year,
in the
20.
league right now.
Yeah. This year they were.
So he the first thing he's going to do is eradicate them two, right? So two ways that you can do that. Number one, you're going to have multiple tight end sets, bring them up into the box, and stretch them out down the field.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, you're going to spread them all the way out, and then that's when Pat Mahomes can use his mobility and run for the first down all the way down the field. Because the difference is the ability to convert on third down over and over and over again. Always going to get you points, and that's what the Steelers can't do.
Right.
That's what the bad teams that are sitting home right now. When it's 3rd and 3, their coaches up there shitting the bed.
Yeah.
When it's 3rd and 3 for
He
Patrick
don't have
Mahomes,
no.
listen, he's gonna come to the line of scrimmage with a run pass option in mind. He's gonna make the call for the line of scrimmage, and worst case scenario, he'll run and dive out of bounds for 3 yards to get the first down. I mean, and it's just there's nothing you can do about it. I mean,
Right.
Andy Reid.
So you think the
so
problem
good at,
is getting them off the field?
yeah. If San Fran is going to win, they have to have the ability to get takeaways and keep Mahomes off the field.
That
Right,
means
so
you gotta run the ball.
run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Keep your offense on the field as much as possible. Keep Mahomes on the sideline, right? And then when Mahomes does come on the field, you got to get takeaways. So they don't get completions, right? So I'm telling every single person on that field, listen, the first person that gets to the ball carrier, wrap and roll. Second person, you got to get the ball out. 100%. The only way you're going to win this game is if you get some kind of strip sacks, strip fumbles.
You need
So do you think San
damn near
Francisco-
defensive
you think
touchdown.
San
Because he holds the ball with one hand too when he's up there.
Do you
Absolutely.
think
Yeah,
San
yeah.
Francisco can score on Kansas City?
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
think
for
they
sure.
have-
Oh, yes.
So you think
It's just
you
their
look at a high
their
scoring-
weaponry.
You think this is a high scoring game then
I'm
for the
betting
Super
the
Bowl?
over. I'm definitely
You like the
betting
over?
Definitely.
I mean, I'm curious because you're telling me they got to stop, and I'm thinking like. I'm wondering how Kansas City. My thing is, how does Kansas City stop San Francisco? We're talking about Mahomes and the offense.
Hey, and
how does Kansas City's defense stop San Francisco's offense?
I'll tell you what, their defense is underrated, and I'll
They
tell you
very
why.
are.
I'll
I'm glad you said that.
When you can get pressure with 4 men and drop 7 other guys back, there's nothing you
Glad
can do
you
about.
said that.
Difficulties.
And the only way to beat that is if your quarterback's mobile, which obviously they should have lost last week because they had a mobile quarterback. But anyway, that's another story. If you can send pressure with 4 guys and send 7 guys back, you're gonna be hard to beat.
And when one of those guys is Ladarius Sneed. Ladarius Sneed. I know you probably would never see this podcast. If somebody knows him, maybe your cousin's with him and you watch this or something, that would be cool to let him know. He should come to the Steelers on a discounted term next year. Ladarius Sneed. So that dude is amazing.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
secondary.
Yeah, he's acting
A lot
crazy.
of rumors, but he's stupid. They say,
He
we'd
made
love
one
to get
of
him in
the best
Pittsburgh.
plays in football.
Yes.
Man.
Oh my
Like,
lord.
I had that
Oh my
one top
lord.
fucking notch. Like that
But,
shit was.
but not to get
Man.
off the subject too much, I'm sorry.
And that's perfect, though. I mean,
but I mean, just what you said, Mikey, that's exactly. I mean, and that's why
He's just
bringing this dude on.
That's
this
why you
show.
called him what you
hey,
called
listen,
him.
I'm telling you, they got a chance to win, but it's going to take some takeaways. It's going to take some miracles on the defensive side of the ball.
Hey, any high schools, even colleges, if you hear the mind, if y'all hear the man. Like this,
Hey,
this ain't no joke shit.
So fellas, so we said yes, they got a great front four, and Spagnuolo, that dude's probably gonna, because they're talking about Andy Reid may return. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but
Ooh, wow.
Steve Spagnuolo, this dude, if they win this Super Bowl, he's now won 4 Super Bowls with 4 different teams, I believe. If they win this Super Bowl, first assistant coordinator coordinator to ever do that. No other coordinator's done that in the league.
Team, wow.
So I'm pretty sure 4 because that's something we can look at. But 4 D linemen, and their secondary is good. But when you look at the weapons that the 49ers got, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle.
Run CMC.
CMC can run it back. And then don't talk, hey, your boy Elijah Mitchell and Brock Purdy. People are not, this is Mr. Irrelevant. The last dude picked in the draft. Mr. Irrelevant.
Here we go again.
I mean, they call him a game manager, but this brother had the highest passer rating of anyone in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
The highest passer rating, Brock Purdy. Is he a game manager? Can he do it? Can he win the Super Bowl?
I don't even like that term, game manager.
Like, listen, there's nothing wrong with being a game manager.
Right? What the hell? That's
what Brady was.
They put it in they make it a negative term, and it's not, dog.
I just think that like the people are so used to having that superstar quarterback.
Yeah.
Is he good enough to get it done?
Absolutely.
Is he good enough to get it done against the Chiefs?
I think he's great at using his weapons, dog. He's great at using his weapons.
I don't think their offense is going to be the problem.
Yeah, real shit. If they lose, it's going to be something different. Just like I feel like it's just like Mikey said. Their defense is going to have to come up with a big play.
Their defense.
It's going to have to be. They're going to have to set up a sweet ass touchdown.
Get the field position,
right?
Or like some kind of something.
Because I feel like it's going to be a close game. You understand? And the last person with the ball might win this bitch.
You don't want Pat Mahomes at the
ball last. You understand? Like for real.
I dig it.
Like I don't.
San Francisco, they fumbled the ball a couple times.
Yeah, they did.
At the end of the couple games.
That's what I was saying. They
got right. Ball security. It's going to be the little things, man.
Yeah.
Whoever could cover them little holes, cover the little bases, that's who's going to win this game. Because
Andy Reid coach teams typically do a good job of stuff like that, especially in the playoffs.
Absolutely, forcing turnovers and keeping the ball.
So before we jump off this topic, let me just tell y'all that there's rumors now Andy Reid may retire after this Super Bowl.
He's probably long in the tooth, man. He's probably up there.
He is. I mean, and this dude's now. He had two great careers, with Philly and Kansas City.
Yeah,
and Tampa Bay. The time he spent down there.
He's been around.
I mean, let's not. That dude deserves his flowers.
Oh yeah,
you understand? Like he's one of the dopest to ever do it. And the thing about him, people love going to go play for him.
Yep,
they do.
You understand?
I mean, look at the commercials with him.
Yeah, real shit.
You can just tell the relationships.
He's a player's coach. You understand?
And he's just like a down to earth dude. Like
probably just
I'm sure he digs in their ass when they need to, but he got that leadership, that respect factor.
To me, I feel like he puts herb in some of them cigars. He put herb in some of them cigars he be smoking. For sure.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's a player. He's a player's coach, and these days player coaches are
oh man,
coveted like they should be.
It's so hard to be one these days because they got so much money and personality. Like a coach could literally go up to a player and he could say, fuck you, coach. You understand? And it really means something.
I mean, like at the end of the day, not many guys want to play for a coach. So if you got somebody like, Tomlin or another coach you want to play for, that's a rare thing. Because now you're not going to try to break the bank every time your contract is up or like.
That's dope. That's dope. You brought up Mike Tomlin, but before we're gonna move on to that for 1 second. I promise you. But did you want to say something?
No. Go ahead.
I was gonna say let's do this. Who's winning the Super Bowl, dog?
I hate saying this. Kansas City Swifties, mom.
KC.
It's the Swifties, definitely. It's the Swifties.
Well, guess what?
I'm so mad y'all calling these damn dudes the Swifties right now.
Man.
Guess what?
Shame on y'all.
That's
You're perpetuating the cycle
all
right now.
wrong. The Niners are coming through. Okay. The Niners are gonna pull this shit out. Fred Warner and motherfucking what's the other linebacker? I had his name. The other middle line. Dre Greenlaw.
Fred Warner is probably one of the best that ever played.
That position. Period.
And Dre. Or Ty Greenlaw, isn't it? Is it Ty or Dre?
I don't even know dudes.
You know what I'm talking about, though. Greenlaw. His name's
I feel like they get a chess match and Andy Reid wins it. I feel like they get a chess match.
Hey, I'm going with the 49ers, even though they're going to tie the Steelers and have just as many. And I actually want the Chiefs to win, and it's hard to go, but I think it's just everything is saying that people... Patty Mahomes is an underdog. Andy Reid is an underdog. There's back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Underdog. That's why I say everybody thinks that if you're a fan of sports, everybody's saying Hey, because of Taylor Swift, the Chiefs are winning. Hey, they have to win. Andy Reid might be retiring. Mahomes is the best quarterback. Kelsey's. Everything is being said right now.
That's clickbait,
it's
I know it is.
The stars are lining up. I see what you're saying, though.
That's why I'm going away from the 3U. San Francisco 49ers.
I don't even pay attention to Vegas and
San
shit because,
Francisco
man.
49ers 31-27.
Wow.
31-27.
No, that's funny because that is the score I said. No,
31-27?
That was the score I was
Super
saying.
Bowl
so, yeah.
58.
But I said
Super
the
Bowl
other one.
58, 31-27.
I said
Ain't that some shit?
I said that.
58 total points in Super Bowl 58. 31-27. Telling y'all San Francisco 49ers.
I might put a bet in Vegas for that. That just sounds.
Hey, the stars are lining
I
up.
know that just sounds like a long shot. So. Just a couple.
Just
bucks.
some, yeah, just for
Just
the
a
word.
couple
One of them,
bucks,
one of them 1,000 to 1.
Yeah, and that's that shit. Like, oh, you know. Yeah. Only reason I want San Francisco to win sometime a little bit because my dude Bang. That's all.
Yeah, real shit,
my,
no
my,
lie.
My bro Bang.
Yeah,
That's,
that
you know
was
what I mean?
real.
I'll party with him if they win. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Bang's a ride or die. Shout out to Bang.
Period.
Yeah,
Like,
real shit. No
that's
lie.
like I watched the game with him and everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
if they win, I'll enjoy it
I
with
definitely
him.
want my
but-
cousin to get his joy, but shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think it's gonna happen though.
Me either, Bang. I
I don't
think
think
you
it's
got a
gonna
long
happen.
way.
But
All right, so hey, here's what, before we move on to this next topic, I want to say, I want to give 2 shout outs, man, real important. First of all, shout out to Seth Francois, out in Cali.
No doubt. Thank you, Seth, for everything you do for us. We
dude,
appreciate you, man.
Yeah, he really, he's
You don't
owns
find
a
too many
company.
real people in your business that are doing what you do for us.
Right, man.
And we
So
really appreciate that.
We absolutely, Seth, appreciate, the advice you've been giving us and
No doubt.
the stuff. And I want to thank my baby, April. Thank you so much for, she's the one who's worked on our thumbnails.
Everything.
She figured it out. She's banging it. And not only that, she cooked us a bomb-ass
Fire-ass
breakfast this
breakfast
morning.
this
Isaac asked for it, so hey, but she
Yeah, hell yeah. Give her the high side.
Hey, appreciate
yeah,
appreciate
Absolutely.
your support with what me and Curdy are doing with this show. You're a part of
Absolutely.
it just as well as these guys are. So we appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you.
Jenny Lou, you better get on your business card. April killing you in the podcast game.
Hey, yo, man.
Love you,
Mikey's itching over here. He's like a fucking crackhead right now.
I can't
Because
wait
we've
for
been wanting to talk. He's been wanting to talk about it. It is coming to Pittsburgh Steelers and your boy, Mike Tomlin. Look, he's itching over there. He's been scratching and shit. Like, come on.
Go
man.
ahead, Mikey. Get us
Tell me,
cracking.
talk
What's
about
our
the
stake
Steelers.
and what we got to do to get to where we need to be?
So hey, we'll start with a preface real fast. We just talked about coaches players coaches, right?
Right.
So Andy Reid and Mike Tomlin are very, very similar in that regard.
Yes, absolutely.
Here-
I totally agree with that.
Here's the difference. It's a very, very important difference. The game has become an offensive-minded game. So the rules have been made to benefit the offense. So,
yes.
which makes Andy
Everyone
Reid thrive.
agree.
This is what you want to know about Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin's a defensive guy. He's always been a defensive guy. So much so that the defenses that he put on the field forced them to change the game. They had to change rules. They had to put a whole players initiative in because of the stuff that Mike Tomlin was doing.
Right.
So you got the same caliber of coach, but he's been suppressed in that regard. So to go back to what you were saying, what do we need? Mike Tomlin has to surround himself with some sort of offensive-minded coach that can help him get over the hump.
Ooh.
I'm glad you said that.
Somebody better hire this
Oh,
man.
I'm glad you said
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
Did we
Like,
just fix that? though?
My question. Thank you.
so
Did we get no? You hit it.
man, listen, it's
You're good, dog.
it's tough for me because I'm always looking from a coach's perspective, and there's just some flaws that just stand out.
With Arthur Smith, the new hire.
No, not with the
Oh.
with our personnel.
Okay, so did we fix it with Arthur Smith? Did he get the right coach? What do you think?
He got a Steelers coach. I'll tell you that. He got a Steelers style coach because we're a run heavy team.
Can he do that job though? Like we only want him to go to.
He can do the job. He can do the job. Listen to me. We need the people though. We need the personnel. I'm gonna go back to this specifically because the Najee situation is going to be a problem. We're going into a situation with the 5th-year option, right? Now, and this is more of a X's and O's type thing. So the basis of all run games now is called inside zone,
Zone, yeah.
right? A zone scheme, right? So
Right.
back in the day, we ran power, we got the pulling guards and all that stuff, right? The old school stuff, right?
Right.
So nowadays, you need to be able to run a zone scheme to where everybody on the lines move in one direction.
Right.
So what happens is in that zone scheme, the running back basically gets 4 different gaps that he can jump to. Right?
Options.
Right, four different options. Najee does not have the ability to jump cut in order for us to run that. Though every time we try to do it, you see Najee stand up straight, his hand goes out, and he trips over his feet because he can't do it. Mm-hmm. So this guy that's coming in here, he needs to be able to recognize that and either make a change to the personnel or make a change to the running style.
Right.
Towards the end of the season, you saw what was going on when Najee started killing it, right?
Yeah.
You saw the guards pulling you saw
all that movement,
GT
all the
counters,
movement.
you saw all that stuff going on.
Movement.
Every time that was happening, Najee was breaking loose and getting busy. So either that's going to have to be
definitely getting to the second level.
Right, that's going to have to be the basis of our run game. Is going to have to be that, or if you want to still do the zone schemes, we got to get Najee out of there. So that's like those things are going to be dependent upon whether or not we're successful moving forward as far as the offense goes.
Let me say.
No, on you, Zach.
Go ahead.
So when he's behind the line, you think his mind frame is he's not making that decision fast enough too. It look like he just stops in his tracks.
Well, some running backs just don't have it.
Right. I mean, he's a big dude, man.
Yeah.
I know, I get that, but I'm saying when you have those 3 options, if he's running in the zone,
middle, left, right.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now. It's a tough thing to be able to do. Like some guys are really, really good at it.
It's more of a reflex,
and you got it's almost guessing too.
Right.
Because like
So
if you got somebody like Fred Warner can cover all 4 of those gaps.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so it's gonna be a collision no matter what. But
do you think Najee is not the right person? Is that what you're saying?
He's not.
You don't think he's the right guy?
No.
So I disagree with you, Mikey. I'm gonna tell you this. Why? First of all, by no means, fellas, listen to me when I tell you this. Am I comparing Najee Harris and Jalen Warren to Derrick Henry? I'm not doing it. Mind you, Derrick Henry just got signed by the Dallas Cowboys, if you didn't know that.
Yeah, great signing.
So I'm not comparing Jalen Warren or Najee Harris to Derrick Henry. I'm not doing that. But Arthur Smith, Derrick Henry was a good running back when he came out of college, but for the first 2 years, he did well, but his breakout season, first year Arthur Smith went. I think Arthur Smith knows what he's doing with a running game, and I think that he can get the both. I think Najee and Jalen as a combination are exactly what we need. I saw what Mike Tomlin, people say that Mike can't change and his message got stale, and I was one of these guys. I'm one of these guys. We'll talk about that. Yeah. I'm one of those people because I'm a huge Tomlin guy, huge supporter. I love Tomlin. But the bottom line is that people say this, but you saw Mike Tomlin after 17 years of coaching being able to adapt. And Mike Tomlin, anybody who's a Steelers fan knows that Mike Tomlin likes one back. He likes a one back set. Yeah. He likes to run. He likes a horse, and he wants to give that horse 250 to 300 carries. He did something this year in his 17th year of coaching. If you don't think Mike Tomlin can change and still be the coach of this team for another 5 years or as long as he wants to be, you're kind of crazy, because it switched my mind around when I look back and said he went and took 2 running backs and he divided carries and he let the offense. I think he gives Arthur Smith more control. Mm-hmm. I think he gives Arthur Smith, and I think Arthur Smith takes the best of both worlds and is able to implement a running game. I think what we're lacking, the one thing we're lacking, couple things, we're lacking a good center. And we don't have a starting quarterback on our roster.
There you go. Now, see, now you're talking to me, because to me, that was the problem the whole time.
The quarterback?
You damn right.
Matt Canada was a big problem.
Who throws that ball?
Matt Canada was a big problem.
He was, but
his game plan sucked at balls.
Timeout. His game plan absolutely sucked balls. But timeout, though. The difference between Mason Rudolph, Mitch Trubisky, and motherfucking Kenny Pickett was what? Mason Rudolph did what? Downfield. Back these motherfuckers up.
You're right.
I
agree.
What your boy do? Mason Rudolph come in there. We got to play action game back running and all that, because now I got room.
Right.
You understand? For the whole year we wasted George Pickens. He wasted a whole season.
Mason Rudolph came in.
Yeah, exactly. You understand? I don't care what no one say. That dude is a freak.
Top three receiver in the league.
And we just gonna act like he's not on the team.
But he does play like a bitch too.
Do you think?
Because if you're not giving me the ball, you're not even looking at me. Go ahead.
Do you think one of the reasons why Rudolph was better or Kenny Pickett isn't good? is because when you get up to the line and knowing how to change your options or even go into a different play, knowing what the hell you're looking at.
This is
so like do you think is that makes him just a better quarterback, or is it just the whole
good question? I mean,
situation of it? You know what I mean?
Here it goes right here.
Combination.
Here go the thing of me, and I swear, and I always said this. Kenny Pickett is an older quarterback coming into the league.
True.
And when we think about this, I think of people like Chris Winkie.
yeah,
I come in the league, I'm ready. There's not going to be
28
no.
years old,
You understand? I'm not going to have all these dumbass flaws staring down receivers, only looking at one receiver. My receiver dropped the ball 3 motherfucking times wide open, and I'm still going to throw it to him again. I got this freak ass dude over here on a go that is not going to let anybody intercept the ball, anything. I'm throwing it to him. You understand? Like, and they don't. You get in trouble and you're still looking for somebody else. Like, you don't have this Randy Moss type dude over here.
Right.
Like, that's the thing with me. Soon as Mason get in there, here come Georgie. Not only Georgie ain't the only one coming. Here come Deontay. He getting better. Here go my man breaking 25, 30-yard runs.
fire move.
It's all about, you understand? Like,
using the tight end.
you damn right.
Yeah,
You have.
I think that's what Arthur Smith brings.
That's the thing that Kenny Pickett don't. He can't inspire a group of men. And that's a problem. He can't inspire a group of men.
You know what?
When I look into my quarterback's eyes, that's where my confidence has to come from. I don't give a hell if I'm blocking, running, or trying to catch a football. That's my confidence as an offensive player. That's why he looks this way.
Right, Curdy, and I think he can inspire, but it's too late. It's not. He has the ability to inspire. He works his ass off. He can change plays. The problem is he's got happy feet in the pocket. The dude can't. He won't. He doesn't want to. That's a big problem.
You just hit on it right there.
Like, the dude has a major problem. If you watch him play, he drops back and he doesn't have the confidence in his offensive line. Which
if you change your protection when you're out there before you hike the ball, if you have the knowledge of that of what you're seeing, you can change your protection to help you give yourself more time.
Not just that, you know what your hot reads are too. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I feel like that's where he lacked too.
Let me
Like,
ask you
where the
guys a
hots?
question. Guys,
Like, where the hell are the hots?
Can I ask you a question though? And I'm just saying from this, we know how Mike likes to play the game, right? Matt Canada was very questionable. We don't know what was going on, right? And do you think that because Kenny seemed to me, I'm just watching Improvement in College, and once again, I was on the Kenny train. I'm off of that thing. I don't want Kenny Pickett as the quarterback.
Was amazing.
It was amazing. Yes, there was a lot, but the preseason was amazing. We now know that because most of those people were bagging groceries now. Nothing wrong with any of this.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
saying, it's
NFL players
realistic.
right now.
This isn't, this
Practice
is
squad teams. Or
yeah,
whatever,
this. But the bottom line is Kenny's not the guy, in my opinion, and it's because Did he hear enough in his ear that was like, he's a because that's all they talk about. He's a studier. He's such a hard worker and not blah, blah, blah. And, and I thought his accuracy was one of the best things. And we didn't see it on display this season very much at all, right? But it's that happy feet is dropping it. Do you hear it so much in your ear that don't turn the ball over. Don't make any mistakes. Do you hear that so much that now you're scared to do anything and that helps create happy feet?
That's the third part right there. So three things with Kenny is it's all psychological. So what happened was the difference between like the previous season into this season here, when Kenny got that concussion, it changed the way he played football.
Right.
Like, so now he got the happy feet to where he does the same escape move every single time.
Mm-hmm,
right.
To the left.
Now you hear him at the line of scrimmage. He's saying alert, alert, alert when he shouldn't even have to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
And a lot of things that your novice football fans aren't going to pick up.
Right.
So you're Swiftie fans.
Yeah. So basically, so for example, you have a play where the tight end might run down the field and clear something out for George Pickens, right? So now he thinks somebody's blitzing, so he says alert, 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 and now the tight end's blocking. So now George is pissed because now he had the safety over top of him and the corner watch him at the same time. You know what I'm saying? To whereas if Muth was free, he could take that safety away, and now it's 1-on-1. You know what I mean? It's like
here go the thing.
All because he's afraid. But at the same time, like with Canada's offense, it was not an attack type of offense. It was, all right, let's be conservative to where we don't turn the ball over, and that was the only thing they asked Canada to do.
Here goes my question to y'all. So do we still think Kenny could give us plenty, or do we think Kenny ain't worth a penny?
I think Kenny should be working at Kennywood.
There we go. Killed him. Me too.
I think he could be. I think everything we got. We have backup quarterbacks on our roster.
There you go. At best.
I really, really want, and I'm hoping. I heard something the other day. They said, "Would you, if the Steelers said, if somebody said, will you give up a second round pick this year, or no, give your first round pick this year, and your second round pick this year, and make it conditional for Justin Fields?" I want Justin Fields on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think Chicago is just a bad place for quarterbacks, period, right now, and has been for a lot of years. I want Justin Fields. I don't want Russell Wilson. I don't want your boy from Minnesota. What's his old ass? Kirk Cousins. I think they're both. If we
don't want a ready quarterback, if we want somebody that we're going to I want Justin Fields also. But if we want instant gratification, we can't go that route. Because
you don't think Justin Fields?
I completely agree, man. Listen,
I feel like he's
Pittsburgh. We're so hungry right now. Justin Fields is going to need time.
There you go.
You really think he does? I think he's light years. He's younger than Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I think he's better.
I feel like that too.
Do we go off the Baker Mayfield then?
He did sign a big contract.
He's with Tampa.
They took him. They got him.
He deserves it. And to me, that's one of the most he's one of the most disrespected dudes.
Truthfully, that's what I'm saying, because I was thinking he was going to be out there.
What are we doing at quarterback this year?
Listen, that's a question mark right now. We do not have a quarterback right now. We got to see what happens with this draft. We got to see what happens in free agency. But right now, we do not.
They're not drafting a decision on. The Steelers are not drafting a quarterback.
1,000% drafting.
And maybe
because they're going to have to pay him.
Maybe in the fourth round.
Yeah, fourth.
Yeah.
But they're not. They might draft two.
Michael Penix is at number 20. They're not drafting.
I was about to. How important is that position to us right now? I feel like it's. Yeah, you understand. I feel like you understand. Like this is so important, and just like we said before, and we always come up. Ben has left a hole here that we have yet to be able to fill, and it's just because of the way he held on.
What are the Steelers known for?
Running that goddamn.
No, what are the Steelers really known for? Right,
the standard,
right? Super Bowls in the 70s, right? The first team, they were the first dynasty, right? Really.
Right.
The Steelers are the first dynasty.
It's supposed to be hard nosed. It's supposed to be.
And what is the other thing the Steelers are known for? Loyalty, right? To their head coaches, right?
Yes,
Three
absolutely.
coaches in 60 years, right?
Yes.
Guess what else, Mike? Mike is just like his team. Mike is loyal to a fault sometimes. Guess what he's about to be next season with Kenny Pickett? Loyal to a fault because they picked him at 20th. Mike thinks that he sees something. Mike sees something. I don't want to be the one to question him. The man doesn't. He's been doing it for 17 years. He's a fan. I
feel like that's a mistake if that's what he's on.
I don't think it's a loyalty thing. It's like,
what is it then, Mike?
I think you got to check the boxes though. Like if this is the guy you took your gamble on in the first round
2 years ago,
right? So now you got to make sure you're put in a position to where first it was he's too young or whatever he's whatever the situation was the first year. Then the second year it was it's Matt Canada's fault. So now. You fix those two problems and give him a fair shake. I think that's what Mike Tomlin's thinking.
Is give him a shake with a new coordinator.
Right.
Nope.
So now this is not the situation where
does he have a short leash?
1,000%.
You don't give him any. You don't give.
I wouldn't give.
You don't give him any.
We're talking about.
So how important is that game after Matt Canada left? So how important is that game that Kenny showed the fuck out? After that game, how important is that in your decision making of even going forward with it?
You want to know why? You want to know why zero to me? And I swear to God, because if we just take that quarterback room as it is right now, Mason Rudolph is your best quarterback. You understand? So why are we even talking about fucking Kenny Pickett?
Not to mention like you call it showing out. I don't think that was showing out. Like I just think the bar was set so low that he did decent, and we're calling it great.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Like
because Mason come in and show out.
But listen, it was 400. We haven't had that many yards in what?
And that's a bullshit stat. That's just
I'm not sold. We're not sold on that. That's how I'm not sold on the performance at all.
It was just production.
It was. I mean, it was
production.
It was some yards.
Mason showed out, right? Would you guys say
Mason
showed out?
Yes.
Now,
I feel like
he was doing what he was supposed to have do.
So what if I tell you this? Now, because this is an argument.
Somebody's gonna pick him up.
Me personally, I say the NFL is the NFL. I don't care if you're the first team or the last team. It doesn't matter to me. The NFL is the NFL. There's 1,500 players in this league, 1,600 players in this league. The best of the best of the best go to this league, right? So it doesn't matter to me, but there's going to be people that say Mason showed out, but he did it against the last two ranked defenses in the league, and he did it against Baltimore's JV team. That's what we're saying.
Look at the
that's-
situation.
That's what I'm telling you.
That's bullshit because Baltimore.
I'm asking you.
It's Baltimore had the first team defense.
Defense in out the whole game.
One of the best defenses in the league.
With
the whole
minus
game.
one or two players.
Yeah, right.
Because they were hurt.
Oh, yeah,
And just think about the
couple-
situation he had to
I'm
perform
throwing
in.
it out. Man, you ain't
Those
gotta be
last
y'all.
three
Y'all don't gotta
games.
get on me. Y'all
No,
y'all getting real aggressive right now. Y'all being real aggressive. Yeah, hey, you people are starting to.
It's all playing.
Somebody throw the flag.
Where's that pause?
Salad.
There it is.
What the hell is going? Hey yo, they better know.
You're making the argument that most of the injuries are making though. I mean,
Right. I'm trying to throw this out there for it because this is things that are out there, and I'm.
No, I get it.
To me, I feel like
this
this when Mason came in. When Mason came in, I found out our line was not as shitty as I thought it was. Our running game was not as shitty as I thought it was.
The play
and
action
you damn right. And the passing was not as shitty as I thought it
Can
was.
we blow through this?
If they get the right people underneath that center, if they get the right person underneath that
What do
center,
we- what do we
everything else is there. I feel like that.
For the draft, what do the Steelers need?
Oh, we need an offensive lineman. We need
Uh,
a center,
a
center guard.
Guard, yes.
Specifically, I like center.
I need a right tackle.
And
Defensive line.
Defensive line, definitely. I mean,
I feel like Cam's getting a little gray.
I think we're getting old.
He getting a little he's
On
in
the defensive side, can we move around? It's not illegal to move around.
Cam's in the salt.
so listen,
Cam's in the salt and pepper game.
This is like it's so frustrating nowadays because all these defenses are so. It's like a cookie cutter. Everybody's running cover two.
Yeah,
It's the same dumb shit over and over every week. Nobody's disguising the coverage, except Andy Reid. But it's so frustrating.
That
to
would be
watch.
Steve Spagnuolo, by the
Well,
way.
yeah, but yeah.
Who's
Once again.
who's trying to win his first.
But yeah,
Super Bowl
that's
as
a perfect
coordinator.
example. Like everybody's running the same defense. It's so hard to watch, and like we don't have guys. I always tell people the difference between Troy Polamalu and Minka Fitzpatrick. Like Minka's gonna go to where he's supposed to go.
Surgically.
Like, whatever the play call is, that's where Minka's gonna be. Like Troy
Gambler.
Polamalu, he'll be where he's supposed to be at, but he's gonna recognize.
gonna
Okay,
gamble that shit.
It's 3rd and 1, right? You just motion the running back out the backfield. Oh yeah, I'm hopping over
I'm
this
center.
crowd and
Yeah,
hit
I'm
the
hopping over
quarterback.
this dude.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like we need somebody that has some intuition.
I'm
And
glad
we need
you
some-
said that. So Troy was more free
yes.
than Minka.
Yes.
And I think it's because of the other part. I don't feel like Minka ever had that other guy that he could totally count on. You
Right.
understand?
He
Troy
got-
had Ryan.
Ryan Clark,
He
yeah.
had Ryan
Yeah.
Clark. You understand what I'm saying? Like he had that man. He got my back. I know this man got my back. I don't think
And I
Minka
know a
got
lot
that.
of people didn't like him here, Edmonds. A
Yeah.
lot
I
of people
didn't like him.
A lot of
He's not the guy that shows up where he's supposed to be at. I mean,
To me, he wasn't a Stiller.
But me,
You're not the hard nosed safety that I'm
he
used to.
just doesn't have the talent. man.
Yeah, you're not the hard nosed.
Minka liked him, and it seemed like Minka played better when he was here. Now, this could be because of the injuries. Minka had a lot of injuries this year. He dealt with a lot of injuries.
He played hurt the whole season, dude.
So that but on the defensive side, the Steelers are getting a little older. I don't want to run too long today,
Yeah.
so I definitely want to talk about. We got to talk a little bit about Mike Tomlin though too, man. Mike Tomlin, man, he's under fire. He was under fire.
He's gonna
like
sign
this
an extension.
season was crazy. Like the national media, who's always like the local media, the Yinzers are
Yeah.
always. We know people.
Can I tell y'all something?
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought this up, like the Tomlin thing. This is what people don't understand. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers, my G. They don't do that to coaches, man. Mike Tomlin's going to leave when Mike Tomlin want to.
Yeah.
They don't. The Rooneys are some of the best relationship builders in the NFL.
You're right, but they did fire Matt Canada, and I know
That's
that's a
a-
different scenario. I know, but they did fire they fired their first offensive coordinator in mid-season since 1941.
Now, if you don't understand,
I'm just telling you.
on some real shit, I'm a better offensive coordinator than Matt Canada. Real shit. That man had to lead the offense.
Yeah.
He had to lead the offense.
too conservative.
Like real shit, bro. I'm a better. It looked like he was telling.
toss pitches back.
Real shit. It looked like Lonnie. Hey, we're gonna run the
Rest in
real shit. Rest in peace, Lonnie Scott. We're gonna run a 15 rollout pass. Look at Mikey. That's what it looked like he was doing. Mikey gonna be wide open.
So speaking of Mike Tomlin, man, what y'all think, man?
Mike's
He's been under a lot of flack.
Mike's about to sign an extension and piss the whole
Yes.
Yinzer Nation off. And
Absolutely.
shame on y'all because you don't know what the fuck you're talking
Talking about period. First of all, you gave us way more glory than defeat. You understand? You got your Sundays were filled with way more smiles than motherfucking cheers.
We just gotta stop making.
And I feel like we take that shit for granted.
We gotta stop making these stories up about Mike Tomlin, like what everybody's saying, what Mike Tomlin thinks and how you feel. You don't know that stuff. Like you don't know what goes into like sitting inside the room breaking down film. Like right now, this man is in his glory right now, looking at these young guys about to come out in the draft and the combine and all that stuff, which is the best part of the year.
Yeah.
Like. People get so caught up on like these draft picks and stuff too about first round, second round. I guarantee you, there's going to be guys in the fourth round that are going to
have longer careers.
Exactly, and that's what makes Mike Tomlin so good to go and find these guys, like a T.J. Watt type of situation.
Yeah.
Like he's going to go find these guys, and they're going to make these impacts.
That's what I was saying, and that's what I always loved about the drafting.
I mean,
they draft still.
Outside of Kenny Pickett, like what. Mike Tomlin usually drafts pretty damn well.
And Devin Bush, so let's not forget about that bus.
I mean, listen.
Well, and
he was fucking good.
Shit's coming out. What the fuck?
I bought a Devin Bush.
Everybody had that jersey.
The potential was
there. Catch was him for Halloween, all crazy.
The potential was there.
I mean, he's still trash now too.
Yeah, he's trash. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I tell people this all the time, and I probably said it on this a million times.
Mike Tomlin's not going nowhere, man.
Ryan Shazier, who was on his way to be one of the dopest phenoms we ever saw play linebacker position.
He changed the trajectory of the whole franchise.
Right, that's a whole we cannot. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like,
and it's really because
we've been looking for this cat since he got hurt.
If it's anything about being stubborn, like it's us still being in that 3-4 base defense, because not a lot of people do it. And like in order to run that type of base, you have to have a nose guard.
The personnel have to be there. You're damn right.
You have to have a stud at nose guard.
So like with Cam getting a little longer in the tooth, like you didn't hear.
We had Casey Hampton. We had Casey Hampton guys like that.
You got them. You gotta have them two guys. They gotta be two gappers.
Yeah, like they were there for a minute.
You gotta be two gappers.
You gotta have that guy in the middle, and you have to have edge rushers. Once you have those things, like you can run that 3-4. And do a successful.
That man in the middle has to get double teamed. If he's not worth the double team,
we haven't been able to do that successfully for a while.
You three are all Mike Tomlin supporters.
You three.
Well, I'm just saying.
You three, hey yo, you're
funny as hell. Zach is
We're gonna have to have a conversation with your wife.
So you're all Tomlin supporters. So
I am. Yeah,
I'm a Tomlin supporter as well.
Definitely.
But
I'm not saying Mike Tomlin's flawless though. Just so you know.
No, and I'm not. No.
The way he be egging people.
Sometimes he drives me fucking crazy too. Believe me.
Right.
I'm pissed off about it too.
Because what the thing that frustrates me the most, honestly, because I hear, he had and this is the one I have conversations. Hey, I have people in my car. We talk about this shit. He had Cowher's team. He brought. You still have to go out there. These are grown men making millions of dollars a year. You still have to go out there and you have to coach these.
You gotta lead men.
You have to lead men. So I don't want to hear that. But the problem I have is his playoff record now
is trash.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
And it's not Mike has to change that, or maybe Mike just has to realize at some point. Maybe it's better if I do go somewhere else. Maybe I need a change of scenery, because it happens. If you stay anywhere for a long period of time, 17 years, and you're in the same place, and you're dealing once again with the egos of men in the NFL.
Of millionaires.
Yeah. I mean, of studs. People that just said, you're great.
You're right.
You're
That's all they've been told.
That's all they've been told. They've been hearing it since they were 16, 17, some of them.
Hey, don't forget that our division is getting a lot harder too, though.
Man, this shit. That motherfucker's dead.
Like listen, the only reason these guys are in the Super Bowl right now is because Joe Burrow's hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be for real. The last time he was healthy, he went straight to the Super Bowl. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like the thing about the whole playoff record thing, and I get it. It's a stat to look back on, but like. These things are circumstantial. Like how many of those playoff games did we go into when Ben was healthy?
You're right. No,
or you know what I'm saying?
And there's a lot.
There's so much that goes into that stuff. It's frustrating to look back at it now and be like, oh, you lost this game, lost that game. It's like,
and as fans,
like I said,
we be unfair.
We are.
You understand? We want.
Hey, look, we know some people who hate Tom. We know some people
right.
Vanessa alone. Like, Big John can't stand Mike.
John
can't stand Mike.
We love John, but John John's a realist. He don't care about circumstance.
Right.
Either you're winning and you're the greatest, or you lost and you suck.
Right.
You shouldn't be losing. That's what it is.
You better not lose.
Right.
But like, he'll exaggerate though. It can sprinkle outside and say it's raining real bad. It's raining cats and dogs out there right now.
George, real shit, George.
They
Don't
all
pop up.
jokes.
Listen, I love George. It's like, you know how it is, though.
It's the passion, though.
George, don't put me in the headlock over Mikey.
George gonna go to a midget league game and tell a kid he sucks.
Yeah, he will though. He's super trash.
Terrible. He can't even dribble. But you know what I'm saying? But
he can't push nothing.
at the end of the day, though, like that's listen. NFL, the fans are hungry. They want wins. But like,
and we ain't had one in a minute.
What I would say to defend that though is like sometimes you gotta look at the circumstance. It matters. Like I remember a couple years ago, like we had the killer bees. And never had all three in a playoff game. Like the one time we're about to go to the Super Bowl, you see.
How come that should have took place? Because we had the killer bees,
right? They were never in a playoff game healthy. We never had all three in a playoff game at one time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when we did have it, Vontaze Burfict hit AB and it was over. You know what I'm saying? Then like it's over.
Vontaze, I better not never seen you.
That was, you know what I'm saying? It changed our whole franchise.
Hey, it changed him. You made him crazy.
That hit changed the whole NFL.
Hey, Juju did get him back.
Yeah.
It was like,
and that's why Juju forever. Juju, you forever.
I got that shirt. I got that shirt upstairs.
Right. Juju forever, my dog.
I still got a Juju jersey.
He's a Yinzer forever for that.
Dog, real shit. Dog.
Absolutely.
Perfect. I'm telling you, bro. Hey,
and speaking of that word, that Yinzer, we keep saying that. I don't like the word Yins. I think it's stupid. I don't like to hear it.
Don't you ever in your life. What's wrong with him?
Oh, you're out of pocket today.
So you're calling us you people, and now you on the inside. Oh,
Pittsburgh words that there is.
You supposed to be my partner,
and
bro.
I hate it. I hate the word Yins.
Yins know better.
It makes us sound dumb. We say it, people go, man, I don't know. What is that language?
I love
what
it.
Is a yin?
It defines me.
What is a yin?
As soon as you hear it, you know exactly where I'm coming from.
My cousin Vinny. The two what? Hey, the two what? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The two defendants.
Shit, I love the Yinzers.
Hey, man.
Hey, you was just your coffee cup a couple seconds ago talking about that Yinzer shit.
Damn, we're going crazy. Dog, that's come on. We went crazy.
We did, man. But you know what?
We got to talk about this.
We still need to. Yeah, we need to.
And it's good, man. The Steelers. So we got some stuff, man. Good wrap up, man.
We always go over what I'm here. I'm sorry, man.
No, who gives a
I'm sorry. And it's double Mickey's kids, so they gotta understand.
Sorry, man.
Hey,
don't have Kirk Bird jump over the table.
No, real shit. Oh, I'm so happy y'all. That was ignorant. Y'all know y'all did me.
That's a great story for another time, man. That's a great story for another time.
Dog, they was killing us.
So listen, guys, we got a lot out here today. There's something that we want to talk about. Aliquippa, like we've spoken about Aliquippa a lot, man. We told you
it needs to come up more.
All of our little youth programs around here. The Aliquippa Quips, the only high school in the country in the United States of America to have 3 Hall of Famers in the Hall of Fame. Three of their players in the Hall of Fame. The only high school in the country to do it. About an hour away from us. About the same size school. Their average, they have like per class. I think they have like 68 graduating people.
Yeah,
so they have like 150 boys in their school. They're playing. They have been dominating. By the way, we in Pennsylvania. If you're not familiar with Pennsylvania high school football, there's 6 classifications, single A to 6A, based on school size. This school should be a single A or double A team. They voluntarily bumped up to 3A, and they've just been trashing people. Unbelievable. They got bumped up to 4A because of
the way they were trashing
situations and the way they were trashing people. And then they went on and trashed people. They've been trashing people. They've been trashing schools that are 3 to 4 times the size of them. They have more kids in their graduating class than this school has in their whole 9th through 12th grade, right? Yeah. So because they've won 7 because they've just been winning championships like crazy. They've been to 20 straight championships games. They've had I don't even know the number of championships they won. Now, another thing that I do want to preface when I say this is that they are a predominantly black school. They're also a public school. I want to put that out there when describing this. Now, the we're part of the WPIAL, which is the Western Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association League. I'm sorry, and then you have the PIAA, which is the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association, which runs the entire state. Philly, everything. So this organization said that so many transfers that you have and how much you're dominating people, you have to be you're moved up. So they moved them up to 5A. They're now going to be playing schools that they have in their the boys, and they have more boys in their school. They're playing schools that have between 490 and 525 students or boys in their school. That's more, once again, than they have of students in their entire school.
K-12.
One quick point is, don't forget that this is not the first time they've been moved up.
Right.
Forced up.
Forced up. This is not the first time they've been forced up.
Right.
They are trying to find a class that they're not dominating.
Right.
This is what they're being done to. I mean, it's
no.
I don't want people to think that this just happened to them one time. It's been happening. They've been being forced up.
Yes.
Consistently,
and
they've been dominating.
And they went and they tried a court case a couple years ago when they wanted to move them up, and they beat it and they were allowed to stay. Well, all of a sudden there was a rule change and it changed, and it was because of this, and they said it couldn't be for health and safety reasons. Well, here's my whole point. You have this school where you've got maybe 60 to 70 players on it, which is outstanding for the size of their school. But they have such a great program and such a rich history of winning and tradition that these kids are playing there. But now they're going to be going up against these schools where a lot of these boys are playing the entire game. Offense, defense, special kickoff return. They don't come off the field. They've got to go now play teams where they've got a whole offense. They've got a whole defense. They've got people who just play on special teams. Their kickers don't have to play safety and quarterback at the same time. The risk of injury, and I hope Quips Nation, listen, from me, and I'm sure these men agree with this, what I'm about to say, I hope you guys go out there and fucking crush it in 5A. I hope you beat the dicks off of everybody out there.
Well, here go the thing, and I swear to God on my life, and PIAA and whip you if anybody's listening, listen to what you're doing to these kids on the force up. And I swear to God, these dudes been taking this shit without complaint damn near, and they're just out there still kicking y'all's ass. Here go the shit that's unfair. You take an Alabama versus Tennessee Chattanooga. What's the difference? Here's really nothing. The first 11 on both sides, hell yeah, they compete with anybody on your team. One injury, though. One injury, and the game is that terrible. You understand what I'm saying? We can't come back from that because of the depth chart. Right. And that's what's unfair. You understand? And whip you on PIAA. Listen to this, too. If you're not going to treat these dudes fairly, pay for them to play a fucking national schedule then. Because what you're telling me right now is you can't find nobody to beat them. And I'm glad that you mentioned race. You understand? Why are you doing this? We know that there's been a battle in PA between the parochial schools and the public schools for years. For decades. And here go the thing. If you can literally do it the way that these Catholic schools do it, you shouldn't be playing no damn single A or double A anyway.
Right.
Your ass should automatically be in triple.
Yeah. Before you go any further, and before I ask you, I want to throw one more thing out there. There's a school out in the eastern side. Now, mind you, the PIAA,
couple schools
they do sit, they kind of in central Pennsylvania, but I think they're supposed everything. I think a lot of stuff goes out on the eastern side of Philly. But so there's a school out there called Southern Columbia, and Southern Columbia has won the championship in 7 straight years. 7 straight years. Guess what they didn't do?
Move up.
Now, mind you, people are going to say it's not about race, but they are a predominantly white school. People are going to say that none of this is about race. I don't care what you say. You're full of shit, because everything still today so much stuff has to do with race. And you have a predominantly black school that has just been demolishing people, that sits at the top of the state.
Yeah.
And you go after them, but you have others.
Yeah, it's more than just Southern Columbia.
Come on, man. And it is. And that's just off the top of my head.
I got to dive in on this one, man. This is such a hot topic, man. And to the listeners out there, I know I got some Georgetown folks that follow this show. Please Google this when you get a second. Google Aliquippa High School and see what's happening up here. In all seriousness, like, this is one of the biggest displays of discrimination we've seen in the modern era, because you have an organization who creates their own rules, that you cannot combat. Obviously, there's nothing we can do about. They've strategically made these rules over the years, specifically to attack one single school district. So, throughout 300 something schools in an entire state, this is the only school that has been forced up.
There's a couple others, but
I'm talking about for football though.
Oh,
for football.
Okay.
I mean, obviously this has happened in basketball and other sports or whatever, but for football, this is the only one, especially out of the WIPIO, that has been forced to move up, more than once. And these rules are obviously biased towards African American predominant high schools. So with that said, obviously this is the definition of actual racism,
systemic.
Yeah, because real racism requires power and someone without
to hold weight.
Right. So this is bias is when you just hate somebody for hating somebody. Like when you have power, that makes it racist. You know what I'm saying? So to my Aliquippa people, I mean, stay strong. I understand.
We stand with y'all, man.
1,000%. Definitely.
But
to the PIAA, it's you have put yourselves on display to the highest degree.
And what this is about, there's no,
and you did it with your head directly in
right, Bruce. And so dumb, because you guys are this is blatant as hell. And I see it all the time. You know what I mean? I go crazy.
Affecting kids'
right,
lives.
you damn right, lives.
You're gambling with kids'
say that again.
Lives.
Whose lives?
Kids.
Children.
And
children.
Kids.
If you want these kids to really have a real chance at life, you understand what I'm saying? You gotta understand. You could force somebody to kick a door down just because of the shit that y'all's doing. These kids are looking to have a great future, but you're making them have to go through brick walls to get there. And that's unfair, because sooner or later a kid's going to say, hey, man, fuck this. And that's why you got so much power in gangs and shit.
Yeah.
And you guys are loving that. You understand, if you want if you want change, if you want people to be different, if you don't want people to be threatened by somebody kicking in your door, treat them the right way. Treat them the right way. This ain't even hard. This ain't hard. For real, let them kids be great. Let them kids be great. Shout out to the Quips, man.
Yeah,
because
Quips,
you guys are the definition of perseverance.
Yeah,
because they keep throwing boulders at y'all and y'all keep punching them. And that's a beautiful thing, bro. Don't quit. PIAA, come on, make some sense of this. Make some sense of this.
I can't
y'all throwing this shit right in our face. You might as well PIAA, you might as well call me the N-word.
Yeah.
And everybody should feel like that. What are you, this is blatant. Southern Columbia, 7 straight. Not touch. You still can sit down.
Southern Columbia has been around for a long time. Even when we were
absolutely. They was dope when we were in high school.
They were single A at that point, and they moved up over the years because of the class size.
Yeah, they got bigger.
Right, not because of the competitive balance.
They're only in Double A now, I believe, right?
I thought they were Triple A.
Oh,
I don't know.
No, because Bell Vernon is Triple A.
Yeah, Bell Vernon.
They're
Double A.
Yeah,
for real.
So, okay, got you. So. And obviously they recruit out there and everything, but
right.
Here's the thing too. So there's been no rules against recruiting out there, but they're making these rules up about these so-called transfers that don't really exist.
Okay.
So they forced the coach. I'm not sure if you saw the details of the trial, but they forced the coach to come out with the stats for the so-called transfers.
Transfer list.
So these guys that so-called transferred and contributed.
Little backstory for that, real quick,
yeah.
To break it down. So the PIAA said that there's a rule you can only have no more than 3 transfers in this dynasty thing rule that they have or whatever. You can't have any more than 3 transfers per season, and the winning seasons, whatever. So but the PIAA accused Aliquippa of having 23 transfers. Now, in this 23 transfers, mind you, this was people and here's the problem. And we're going over who cares. This is a good enough show that you can watch it for an hour and a half, and if not, yes, I promise you, there's going to be people out here that really that enjoy
It
this.
don't
But
matter.
here's
Let's
the bottom
go. 'Cause
line.
this is we
Here's the
need.
bo- here's
I don't
the
care how
bottom
long
line.
this goes. This is
The bottom
cool.
line is that this school they were told, the PIAA said you had 23 transfers. Now, mind you, when this list that Mikey was talking about, and I'm sorry to interrupt you,
No, you're
Mikey,
good.
but I wanted to put this out there. This list that they said that these 23 transfers, well, one kid, for example, his pops got locked up, the only person he had to live with. So he had to go to a neighboring city and live for a week with his aunt until they said, oh, you know what? Coach said, we got somewhere for you to stay. Come on back, and you're going to be on this team. They said that's a transfer. A kid that grew up in Aliquippa, the midget league coaches said, oh, we coached him in stores. His parents, his mom passed away, overdosed from drugs. No other family. He had to go to a couple towns over. He lived for a month, and he came back. He was a transfer now. So this is what they're doing. These kids have grown up here, right? Their whole lives. Yeah. And because of circumstances that happen in certain communities that some people are not, that don't know about it, because we all know things of Cardi Bird in your own life. It's in my life, okay? From the area that this is, there are circumstances where not all these kids' parents work at Google, and they're not attorneys, and they can stay in the same house and live their whole life. Some of these kids have circumstances where they lose family members to drug addiction or prison, or it's a different neighborhood. But
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
We're here sitting here talking about this story, and like, there's only one way I could see it, right? You're my white brother. How far have we came with this racist relationship?
Oh, we've came a long way.
You think so?
We've come a long way.
And
Absolutely, 100%.
And you can say
because
that.
The fact is, and I'm going to say it
Me
right
and you
now,
right here.
There is no way you three black men are sitting in my basement. We're having this discussion in the 1950s, the 1960s, the 1970s. Even.
Yeah.
That's true, but
that's where. Is it still there, man? We already know we've had, and we can get into
this shit
here for another 2.5 hours. But we already
to
know
me,
racism is not went anywhere.
To me,
systemic racism.
This type of racism that we're talking about today, though, this can't happen.
It shouldn't.
It can't.
It can't. Like, fuck, shouldn't this?
What is happening?
This
Right
can't.
before
Like,
us.
this is tragic.
But it's happening.
this-
It's a fucking travesty.
This is what privilege is, though. I mean, like those guys on that sit on that panel are privileged enough to not have anybody to answer to.
Man, this is the saddest. This is some of the saddest shit in PA history.
But how do you fix it? What do you do to fix it?
I don't think
you know what?
You got to diversify the board.
Not just that though. Like, people need to be educated on what's going on. Like, I don't think people understand like the severity. Like, you have kids in a
education.
One of the smallest
man.
schools possible that you can have around it. Like, and the places they're going. Even if you go to a game, they have 100 people on one side of the field and 6,000 on the other. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
bullshit. It's
the
crazy.
difference in the district size. Like, you know how dangerous that is to be out there trying to, like, one of the mothers that was speaking about it. Her son's on the field. He's playing defensive line, and he's like, he went against 4 different offensive linemen in one game. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. And I get it. That, like, if you have that size school, cool, good for you. I'm not saying you get punished.
But do them other kids have to be at a disadvantage?
You have no business having a single A school playing against teams that have that ability to do stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, it's like taking an NFL football team and playing. I'm not going to say
JUCO.
I'm not going to say a JUCO.
Yeah, basically.
No, because the talent on Alabama. I'm going to disagree with you guys because the talent on Alabama
evidently
can play any.
We're not talking about talent though, bro. Like,
no, I know. But what I'm saying, in talent, it's like taking an NFL team who, you know, their backups, their third string quarterback, and their backups can go in and beat Tennessee Volunteers.
You know what? Maybe there's talent though. Maybe they're punishing Aliquippa for being so damn good.
That is.
But
why? The question is,
and that's the reason they can use. That's the reason. That's how they can get away with saying it's not racist. Maybe because talent. They're so good. Because they're so talented.
And we had talked about this on another show before about why they're so good. Their program from the time that those kids
start playing all the way up
is the same type of program. They run the same offense, the same defense, same coaches all the way up through, and that's why they're so successful.
And they shouldn't be penalized for that.
They should not be penalized for that.
But that's just something we definitely
right. Ain't that what you want?
Anything else you want to say on it? Did you have something you want to say?
No, my fault. I'm just.
Thanks for putting me on that. I was contributing talking.
I wanted to see if you wanted to say anything else. I know me and your brother and Curdy Bird ain't shut up for a minute. You just
I'm passionate about this shit. This shit got me fired up, man. It's.
I guess I dropped the ball.
No, hell no. We just.
No, you're good.
Fucking with me the whole time. No, I mean that was on point, and and I feel that about Aliquippa because like, actually, even if you think about my wedding party would have been 60% of people that's consistently because I'm up Aliquippa all the time. That's where my day twos is at. Like I'm up there. You know what I'm saying? So. That's real that we got a chance to even talk about that because that's some again if you don't know what it's Aliquippa PA.
Man, Google it, man.
It's
going to pop up. So it's unfair, man.
And it needs to get more notoriety. I mean, it needs to go like on a national level, man.
Like
it
really does. It really do. This needs national attention.
Sports Center.
Sports Center. Y'all this right for real. Please get up.
For real.
Somebody needs to put a big ass light, a spotlight need to be put on that because come on, man.
I tried to look at it. You know, what I'm saying I try to not to put the goggles on. Like I'm like,
and it's just like you said.
What perspective is a PIAA looking at? Like realistically, like what argument do they have to force this team up again?
I would like to know, man. I want to know if y'all.
Because it's not transfers, bro. Like let's be for real.
Yeah, for real.
I think the coach said that they accounted for what one touchdown.
They accounted for one touchdown.
One touchdown, bro. Like
not only that,
bro, stop playing.
When they broke it down, that 23 that the PIA said I think they got it down to like 5 transfers is what the thing was. Now. And still, some of them are just people that are it's sad, man.
You can't say it's transfers
around years.
Their system is flawed on how the PIAA system is flawed. It's flawed on how they get those numbers. All they do.
Oh yeah, I know that.
All they do is take the roster from last year and compare it to the roster from that year.
That's just not right.
So like as far
you can't make that right.
The cutoff for between single A and double A, there's literally one player can put you over. I've seen that happen before.
Right.
I mean, it happened to Charleroi a couple years ago.
But the problem is with the Quips Nation, like we said, they're a school that, you know, like we told you their numbers, and those numbers are realistic. That they have like 150 boys in their school, and they're going to be going up against teams that have 500 boys in their school.
Like if you need a cause, little stupid things trend a whole lot easier than things that if you actually really want to have information and make it contribution to actually change something. Just educate yourself with the Aliquippa PA. As soon as you put it in, it's going to pop up and you'll see
PIAA, man. We expect y'all to be way more honorable when you're dealing with future children.
Or listen, another thing too. If we want to make this right, the PIAA should start enforcing this as thoroughly with
everybody else. Yes,
because listen, there's people getting tens of transfers every single week or every single year. Like I mean, like especially these Catholic schools that get these transfers.
You understand, and that's my thing with that.
Guys.
They do it freely. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, this shit is.
I will tell you, I did read something. It was either yesterday or this morning. I can't remember, but there are 2 players that are coming back to play for the Clips.
I just read that yesterday. Yeah.
Now, one of these players is like one of the top recruits in the nation.
I've seen that. Yeah.
He's coming back to play for the Clips.
So he's
transferring in.
As he should.
Congratulations, young man.
And I hope he does everybody, man.
And I hope once again, I hope the Clips go in there and I hope they tear up 5A.
Shout out to that quick coach out there too, bro.
Yeah. Hey, if you need some help breaking down some film, hit me up, bro. I got you.
Yeah. I want to say one thing that I actually thought about that the PIAL they should even think about. It's a thing about, like I said in the last show, options. So at breakfast today, Brucey's daughter was talking about playing flag football. Mm-hmm. Flag football is blowing the hell up, and it's all over the place. Yeah. So if you keep doing this to kids, they have other options to go play football and shine in other ways in other sports like that. So why would they keep wanting to put their time and their effort into that when they can go play flag football? And now you're taking money away. Now you're taking everything away from what you're trying to do. Actually, even if you have a point or a direction to do, Like there's options out there. So stop playing with these kids' lives.
It makes my blood literally
Me
curdle,
too.
man. Like it makes my blood
To be
curdle.
honest with you, first I was heartbroken. I'm like,
Yeah,
I feel so bad for
not,
these kids,
like-
and like I see like how passionate the parents were. Like, you are messing with their babies' lives, man. It's
Man, that's
crazy, bro.
sad, man. That's like really like
The reason it makes my blood boil because we're so powerless. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I hate that feeling of them making these rules.
Bruce, this is
and
fucked up.
there's nothing we
man.
can do about it.
Please, somebody help them, man. Somebody help this
That's why I wanted to
situation.
bring this up, man, because I know
This shit hurts, man.
Man.
I know
hurts.
how I feel about it being from a town that's just like them, and if our football program was like theirs, I mean, the backing, man, like I know what I would be doing to push. So I mean, I'm not from Aliquippa. I don't have no roots.
There's
in
good
Aliquippa.
people out of Aliquippa.
My
no
man
doubt,
JR
man.
is a coach. I worked with JR, awesome dude. He's been coaching out in Aliquippa, but I support these young men. Like you said, I feel bad for them that
fucking terrible,
but
man.
I'm also excited to see what they can do because I know what.
Yeah,
I'm excited and I'm really hoping that they can go through.
Because the program is solid no matter where you
coached,
put it.
I've coached in 5A before. I'll tell you right now, the Quips, they still stand a chance.
Yes, they
So
do, because talent-wise.
I've seen 5A football. You know, it's not that much different than 4A football.
Hey,
But
we
it's
done.
just
We
not
done.
math,
I
though,
think what
too,
this
though.
our 32nd episode.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This last topic, is the most disturbed I've been.
Listen, like you don't see racism like this on this scale, this day and age. Like something like this would be something we be talking about in the '60s or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
For real, like,
This is a story from
this
like
is
back in the day.
This is a setback.
But
That's
this is
what I was trying to say to
2024,
you.
bro.
This
This
is
I
a
see what you're saying,
setback.
but here's what we're gonna do. I had an idea for next week, but we're actually gonna switch that up. It's just gonna be you and me again, and we are gonna piggyback right off of this topic, and we are going to
man.
our first episode ever was called racism. You and I sat here and we did it when we didn't know shit.
Yeah.
We didn't have a clue what we were doing.
Right.
We were just a couple of homeboys just
Yeah,
sitting here
yeah,
talking
having
and
a conversation,
just saying,
yeah.
So now, people, we're going to let you know that next week, me and Curdy Bird are going to come on here, and we are going to talk about some racism in this country, and we're going to come with a much better understanding of what we're doing here. So that's just for y'all right now. Y'all can come and be prepared for this next weekend.
I'm calling in.
Next weekend.
Real rap, no lie. No, for real, because even when we started this out, that was our biggest aim.
That was
you
one of
understand?
our
Like, this
biggest
is one of the things that we want to try to trample on because.
Because that works.
Because your brothers.
Yeah, you
like
understand?
that
And
works.
how how do we do it? Because we said we could sit here and talk about it all day, but how do we do it? We keep putting information. We keep putting things like this. Three black men sitting up here with one white guy, right? And discussing topics that are stuff that some people they're topics that people are afraid to bring up and speak on because of the underlying problems that are sitting
That exposed subject right there was so dope. And Mike, I love how you and Zach brought the attention to people because a lot of people don't know about this.
Yeah, they don't listen.
Like for real.
Google this thing, man.
And this is just not nothing for Pennsylvania. The whole world could chime in on this.
Absolutely.
National news.
Yeah, because this is bad. That's
Chime in
terrible.
on, look up the Aliquippa Quips once again. Look up their history, man. Look, like I said,
It's a football mogul.
I mean,
you understand?
they're the only high school football team to have 3 people in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Darrell Revis.
Revis Allen.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Shawnee Gilbert.
Mike
Ditka.
I mean, yeah, they got a bunch of players that played the league.
Yeah,
just
for
didn't make
real.
the league.
Listen,
Ty
Ty
Law.
They just didn't make to the Hall of Fame. But Ty Law, Darrell Revis, Mike Ditka, 3 Hall of Famers.
And R.I.P. my homeboy 4 R.J. Abercrombie because he was on his way. Real rap, man. I'm telling you, dude. It's a beautiful place. These boys is out there. They doing their own thing. Little mill town. They got their own swag. They doing their own thing, man. And they should not be getting shitted on like this, man.
I still hang out there.
My people, look, man, we went long. It don't even matter. I hope y'all love the show. I love doing it with y'all, man. Thank you so much for coming.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
For going over. This is good
Thank
information.
you
This is good shit.
so
This is
much
good
for coming,
feedback.
fellas. Birdie, great
Oh,
show
no
again.
doubt. Love
And
it.
thank y'all for coming, man. It was great. I know I got to quit apologizing for
Right.
my vote.
No, man. That was a great
That's
show.
just how I roll, man.
Hey, one real quick shout out YMH Barbecue, YMH Foods, Young Blood, Moke, and Ham. Doing their thing out in Glassport.
Glassport.
Stop by, get you some good food.
Okay,
No doubt.
right.
Can we give a shout out there?
Absolutely, you
Yes.
can. Shout out to whoever you want.
So check us out on Facebook. I know y'all didn't get y'all boo any things for Valentine's Day yet, so we still got tickets available. We're offering a free raffle, dinner for two down Folk with the Child.
Free dinner.
A free dinner on us down Folk with the Child for Valentine's Day. If you can't make it for Valentine's Day, we can schedule for another day.
How do they get tickets?
You can reach any of us on Facebook, myself.
Give them your hand.
Give me your hand. Yep.
Mikey Blainfield. We'll have a Facebook Live is down at the Elks on February 10th.
Yep.
At 9 o'clock. We'll have the free raffle. We'll
What's
put it
it
on
for?
Facebook Live.
What's it for? Tell them what's it for.
So the proceeds benefit a daycare that my mother started in my sister's name, who passed away last year. So we've been, starting from the ground up, made a ton of progress. Actually have a building that we're working on now, and the benefits for this.
Hey, we need the name. We need the name.
It's the Lucy's House of Daughters. Excuse me. Sorry.
There we go.
Yeah.
Lucy's House of Daughters. That's cool. I'm sorry.
That's dope.
Very good. So if just want to donate, we'll take that also. So I mean, if you got plans already, the proceeds go to a good cause. So please do your best.
Check it out, man. Isaac extorted us when he came in.
Yeah, right.
Even down there.
Hey, as soon as we pulled money out of our pocket, he robbed me, man. Crazy.
I was gonna get you here down the Elks.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Hey,
man,
money
once
well
again,
spent,
man. Guys, thank you so much. We're about to hit 300. We had 359 subscribers this morning. All right, I already know after this show we about to go to three. We about to go up over that 360. We're gonna hit 400 real soon, man.
Getting there, man.
I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. I can't wait.
Oh, you're about to get sued. Oh, you're about to get sued.
McDonald's gonna come get him.
You're about to get sued.
McDonald's.
Hey, this is for educational purposes only.
This is real.
Hey, this is educational. Y'all not putting my tagline on that.
Hey, cancel culture. We ain't canceled yet. We said some shit too. Thank you guys. I really appreciate y'all for watching. Keep it up, man. Peace out, y'all.
Love y'all.
On the real.